Hello everybody, Zeph here with Zeph's Trading. Hope you guys are doing well today. Kind of back, finally got some internet, utilities on, house moved, still moving things over. So this week's just going to be kind of getting back into the groove of things, so please bear with me. Nonetheless, we're going to do our chart review for today of the daily chart and the 2000 tick chart. 2 trades on the day, trying to get back in the groove of things. Messed up with an order entry. And then the second trade was a good trade, just the runner got stopped out. So red on the day, but it was definitely a mistake based on order entry and my fault. So we'll jump over to that at the end of the 2000 tick chart review. But for the daily chart, looks like I didn't miss too much. Basically just respecting this trend channel here. Multiple touches on the bottom, multiple touches on the top here. Still expecting a new high. They're not going to sell this off. So yeah, just expecting a new high and just keep trading with it. Again, it looks like it's pretty choppy here, so definitely going to be careful with some of the trading ranges, which we kind of saw yesterday. I briefly glanced at it on the phone just to see what happened, and then yeah, today again, pretty. I mean, it's okay. There's not many trades at all though, so I'm guessing that's kind of just how it's going to be until we get some nice more movement or the break to an all-time high. So that's kind of what it looks like for the daily chart. Let's jump over to the 2000 tick chart. This is what it looks like for the 2000 tick chart. A pretty decent uptrend for the day. Unfortunately, there's just really not many trades to get in here. I got here early. I looked at it. I marked a couple things up. Had to go back, move some more stuff. Got here at the end of the day. Traded the last 30 minutes of the day. And usually I stop after 2 p.m. But price action gets pretty good at 30 minutes before the close, and that's what I did. So, nonetheless, we have pre-market. Nothing really to get in here, unfortunately. I just don't see anything until the first, 30 minutes after market open. You finally get a trade, but again, it's just sideways. You get your usual break, new high, break, new low. Prices going above the EMA, below the EMA, above the EMA, consolidating, small bullish channel on the upward side here. And then the first trade came, which was a first entry long, pulls back, second entry long, and it fails. Nice signal bar, closing on its low, outside bar, great signal bar. And you're expecting at least the low back down to the previous swing, where the support usually is, and that's where it goes. So plenty of room there and a nice runner as well. Then you kind of get your first noticeable U-turn move here as you get a nice higher low. Again, just nowhere to get in here, unfortunately, though. No good signal bars. You can just kind of see the price action of that higher low, so you might expect a new move to be made, and then you take out this high as well. Nice upward bullish trend to go higher here, and then you just kind of get this trading range. And then I came in here and I kind of just saw it. Then you see this, I'm going to count this as a double bottom, and you see a first entry pulls back, second entry short. But I more see this as a triple test, as a 1, 2, 3 on that signal bar, expecting a move back down to at least the lows around here. And, it gets it pretty darn close. And excuse me, I'm sorry, I still have like a cold going on here. But, yeah, so then we break out here, get a nice multiple bullish bars closing out its high. And I saw this, you get a first entry, pulls back, second entry short, right off this midline here on this bigger upper channel. This, I'm going to mark this one black. This is definitely an aggressive trade. This is a great signal bar. You just have to be very careful with it. You're expecting a move back down to at least the EMA after you have the break new high. So, you might go with that second entry short. But then you get a first entry long, second entry long fails. And, move back down to around here. Again, you might not be able to get the 2 points, maybe 6 ticks, but nonetheless, you get that. And, there is a first entry, second entry long, but the signal bar is no good. So, yeah. Then you, again, you kind of, look how kind of overlapping and congested it is, though. I just don't like this that much. Then you have this, you might make an argument for a 1, 2, 3 triple test, but this outside bar, this bullish outside bar is a good signal that price might continue higher, which it does. But unfortunately, your stop would have to be under here. And if you put a limit order, you never got filled, so it's just too much risk. Then you get a nice move up. Unfortunately, just nowhere to get in here. yeah, it's really unfortunate. This is a nice, good looking price action, making new high of the day, but yeah, sadly just can't get in. Then you finally get a move to around, what is this, 42.39, and that's kind of where the resistance is on the daily chart if you're looking at it. Then you get a nice move down, break, new low. You have first entry, second entry long, and it fails, but I think there's too much risk here and not enough room, especially with how bullish this is, and your bias is to go long. Then, there's this kind of argument to be made here for this triple test. Again, these are a lot of black arrows today for very aggressive trades. So if you want to take them, you can, but, they're really aggressive. This is a small risk as well. But, you could argue for triple test there. Then it just kind of does this trading range for the next few hours here. And this is a little subjective. You could say 1, 2, 3 triple test, or you could say 1, 2, and 3. This is kind of a better signal bar as well, so I'm kind of favoring this one more than anything. But nonetheless, you also have, again, another 1, 2, 3 triple test. So, you're playing this like a trading range, and it is giving you some good signal bars, expecting price to move to its new low, or at least get 6 ticks to 8 ticks, and this one does. Again, very aggressive trades. Probably skip them if you're not as experienced. That's just how it is. But as you can see, now we're crawling our way back up, and that's kind of what I was expecting with these trades that I had today. So let me mark them real quick. I was very patient for today. So trading the 3 contracts here. And so for this first trade here, as you can see, what I saw here was, the break, new low. You have a couple legs to a new low here. This is a nice signal bar. But then I saw a first entry short. Then I saw this good signal bar. This looks like a higher low. And unfortunately, I dropped the limit order way too soon. It actually never ticked one tick above this signal bar here. And that's where my mistake was. So that's just an error on my part and messed that up. But the actual context was correct. And that's where my second trade actually kind of comes in and gives me confidence that this wasn't a bad setup. This wasn't actually a bad trade. I just simply made an error with the trading program of dropping limit order too soon and not waiting for the confirmation of the setup, which is okay. Happens sometimes. Haven't traded for 3 weeks, so a little rusty. But nonetheless, that's it right there. And then you get a first entry. You get a first entry short, pulls back, second entry short. And then this is where I go in and I make sure to go with the stop order and, correct my mistake. Try not to be too emotional about it. And I go for 8 ticks here for 2 contracts and try to get a runner. And unfortunately, this thing, I get my 8 ticks with this first entry, second entry short failure. Nice higher low on this signal bar, as you can see right here. And I get my 8 ticks. And then unfortunately, this, I saw how great this big green bullish bars, and I'm like, we're definitely at least going to go back up to the midline here at 52.34, and I can get my runner right there for another 3-4 points and cover the other loss here of the 2 points on that remaining contract. But unfortunately, it just flashes straight down right to break even, and my runner gets stopped out, and then sure enough, it takes off. So that's pretty frustrating. Watching this take off, and I could have totally trailed this accordingly under each new swing or just leave it at break even, but all it takes is some traders to think that this is going right back down, and sure enough, it just flashes right down on this no stem green bullish bar. So little red on today, but only on 1 contract, so minus 2 points for today on 1 contract, so not too bad. And this thing's probably just gonna might stall back up here at the previous day's high at 52.40. But that's what it was for today. Those were my 2 trades coming back after 2 weeks. I definitely feel rusty. I'm really trying. I'm going over my notes and everything like that. So I'm sure many of you have been in that position before. And, after 15:30, or I should say 3:50 my time, I will trade if it depends on how the day is. They've been rallying this at the last 30 minutes of the day, so you have to trade accordingly. And sometimes understand where price action is going to be, how it's going to respond. So, you got to be flexible. You have to have flexible context of what's happening with the market. And that's why I only traded the last 30 minutes of the day, because usually, as we've seen for the last, I think, almost 2 months now, They've just been rallying it for the last 30 minutes of the day, last hour of the day, and sure enough, it's happening again. So that's the two trades for the day. That's how I saw the chart. Again, I feel very rusty. Just not not that warm blood going through you. But hopefully throughout the week, we'll do better. We'll be back at it. Come with a fresh mindset each day. And I'm hoping the internet's good as well. Do a new provider, so we'll see how long this upload takes. And then if you guys are interested and you're still watching, make sure to check out my website if you're looking for any of the indicators or interested in joining the Discord. And other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow.